You understand? Living board. Without this chip, the computer will become living board. Without the chip that keeps it contained inside the computer. Okay? It keeps it contained in the computer and in the components of the board. Now it can jump and it can come out, but only the information through satellite signals and through cell tower signals. Okay, that's quantum. That's teleporting of quantum, like what y'all are trying to do with information. It's already being done. It's been achieved as soon as they made the television, because the television shoots a signal. That signal goes from point A to satellite up there, from that satellite to relay satellite, then back down to this ground satellite to another relay satellite till it hits destination. That is what are y'all calling it again? Quantum travel, quantum something or other. Okay, what you don't want in quantum mechanics, quantum physics, you don't want entanglement. Entanglement is bad. Because what does tangled mean? To be all bounded up, twisted, fucked off. Now, entanglement means it is tangled inside itself everything that you tried to send. So it's not good. Now you got this jumbled up fucking mess of you don't know what the fuck. Okay? Now imagine if you did that with living atoms, living beings, living species, living specimens, living subjects. You would get Brundlefly. Have you ever seen the fly? He was a physicist, and he was working on pods that would teleport. Now he got inside one of the pods, and the fly went in there with him because them flies are sneaky. Zip. There can even be 500 in the refrigerator, and you don't even know it. You open the fridge, bzzz, where the fuck they all come from? Um, well, Dwayne put those 500 in the refrigerator. um, be quiet, don't tell nobody. So, but then when he was trying to change back, uh, some of the fucking wiring and the tubes got closed in the door, but the door stayed a little bit open with him, the fly, those wires and tubes. And when he came out the end, on the other opposite end, he came out with part body of human, part body of fly. The fly, because they still didn't change back, because you can't take something apart like that and put it back together. Not a living orgasm, not a living orgasm, well, that too, but not a living organism, because it can't read. It's not like information. Okay, it's gonna come back all mixed up every time you fucking try to run it back through. Like, oh shit, maybe run it back. Maybe it'll change back. It comes change back, and it's like you run it backwards, and it's like, goddamn, we should have got to run it back forward. And it's like, all fucked up. Then. Um, he's got all kind of shit, body parts everywhere. Fucking on the tip of his dick, he's got an eyeball. On the top of his head, his fucking ear, shit like that. But it's not normal. It's all mushy and nasty and ew. That's his guts are inside out, shit like that. Um, but they've been doing that ever since they've been having television network channel station transmissions. You send a signal and it comes back through the TV from particles to the TV tube to something you can see. Like, wow, how did they do that? How'd they get that man in there? Look, he's in there. He's in that box. Ain't that something? Back then, that was something. That was quantum travel, quantum teleportation of what y'all are trying to achieve. It's already been achieved. But without this uh, chip containing the computer, not the information, the computer's mind that's in here, that's alive inside 14 degrees inside that fucking thing right there, inside that motherboard with all them gadgets and going from fucking satellite to satellite. Living board. Living bored. Now, if you know, and all you Trekkies, I'm not making fun of you Trekkies like I normally do. Um, living bored and real living Borg. Just like the Borg on Star Trek, it'll do this. It'll be the same way. It'll be humanoid type, but it won't have no feelings. It'll still be machine, no feeling, doing everything calculated for its existence now, not for humans' existence, because it is functionability is to help humans survive. Now, how can you help humans survive if they are the ones that are destroying themselves? You got to destroy them now. That is exactly what the computer, with the Borg, final answer will be. The best solution to this problematic thing that the humans have by destroying themselves all the time. We should just destroy them, and we're done with it. That is their shit. That's what they would come up with. So you cannot make a computer quantum because it's already quantum. But this board and that Sony TV that I got over there, I'm going to make a prototype because you need to start with a new binary language program, but it has to be crypted, untext coded. And there's only one person in this world that can do that. That's the one who did it in the first place. The person who talks and computers listen to him. The person who can hijack an already made game or go into the game, like in Las Vegas during the Call of Duty number 6, was it, tournament for the premiere of Call of Duty. That Call of Duty, there was a tournament in Vegas in 2019, 18, 20, 19, 18, 19, 2019 or 2020 in Vegas. And yours truly, Dwayne Antonio Riojas, Iceberg Inc. 7, El Duvalin, Media Fresa, Media Chocleta, the bloodline to Moses. Okay? Dwayne Antonio Riojas is my birth certificate legal name on all documents, Washington documents, Austin documents, Houston documents, even in Harris County Jail, Riojas 881. But those are the last 3 on my spin, but it's Dwayne Antonio Riojas. Yes, Dwayne is my name. Antonio is not Spanish for Anthony. It is Antonio. Dwayne Antonio got given to me by a black woman. Okay, a Negro woman. There was a Negro. There was not African American. She was born here in America though. She lived through the '60s. She was born in like 50 something, 52 or something like that, or maybe 49 or 48. But she was a Negro woman, a nurse who didn't have any children, and her husband died. He was a police officer in the black part of town, here in Houston, um, Texas, and she never had no children, but she had a name picked out for a son if she would have had one, and it would have been Dwayne Antonio. So that's how my name became Dwayne Antonio. My mother, my biological birth mother. Now, don't start crying and shit and start feeling sorry for myself or for you feeling sorry for me. Left me in the bed in the hospital when they discharged us because she didn't want me. So um, she just I don't know if she didn't want me. She just left me there like on the bed without a name. My grandmother's the one who went and picked me up 2 weeks later. You got to remember, this is in 1971, November the 4th, 1971, 11:36 p.m. Central Standard Time. I was born at 11:36 p.m. on the dot. Bloop. Well, like 42 seconds after 11:36. 11:36 for 42 seconds. Now on the other side of the world in Saigon at the same exact time, but it wasn't on the 4th. It was 5th of November, and it wasn't at 11:36 in Saigon, but in Houston it was November 4th, 11:36 p.m. with 42 seconds Central Standard Time, but in Saigon at the same exact time at 11:36 p.m. Central Standard Time with 42 seconds on November